Today on our Dear Clear, we're talking about what is an easement? What the heck does that mean? It's a very fair question. So, an easement is typically where a property owner, meaning you, if you're a property owner, you've given permission for someone to use your property for some specific purpose. So, what do you think of when you hear that? You're like, oh, that sounds theoretical. I have no idea. The most common one in Oregon, in Portland specifically, is going to be a shared driveway. So you're driving down the street and you see those two garages that they're like this close together. There's one garage right there, and you can't tell by looking at the property whose driveway that is. That's probably an easement. So one of those properties probably owns all of the driveway or part of the driveway, and maybe half is owned by one guy, half is owned by the other person, and they gave each other permission to share that driveway to access their garages in the back. That's probably the most common easement that you're going to see in Portland. The second most common easement is going to be a utility easement, and that's going to be, hey, PGE or a sewer company or sewer, the city's sewer, or Comcast has buried lines underneath your ground. Most of those you're going to find out about when you're in the process of buying your property and you get a title report. And the title report says, hey, Comcast can access your property to access these lines whenever they need to. Now, does that happen often? No, not really. They might have to come and do some fix the line once every, 10, 15 years, something like that. So a lot of these easements are just not going to bother you much. You're not really going to be aware of them, but they could be. I've seen easements be for a driveway, for the neighbor to get to their house. So there are differing types of easements, but the big thing you need to know is they vary wildly in what impact they have on your property. Add to that, there is somebody that's benefiting and someone that's burdened. That's how they refer to it. So usually if you see an easement on your property on the title report while you're buying a property, you are burdened by it. Typically, if you get the benefit of an easement, it's not going to be recorded on your property. That's a big thing to be aware of. As you might have figured out, January is all about getting back to the basics, so we're going to have more details on easements for the rest of the month, so I look forward to chatting with you more about that. And of course, if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to comment below or send me a message. I would be happy to address it. And if you're dying for more content, we have a pretty rad YouTube channel on Paris Group Realty's YouTube channel. You can catch me there with all kinds of more information. I wish you all a happy new year, and I will see you again next week. You take care.